Adventurous kids, explore with education and learning what a wild life is in the Everglades. I want to explore the Museum of Discovering Science. What plants do butterflies like? I want to know about Key West Adventurous Kids, learning and fun. Adventurous Kids!
Today I'm going to tell you about maple syrup. Maple syrup is a thick kind of syrup made from the sap of maple trees. Three species of maple trees are predominantly used to produce maple syrup: the sugar maple, the black maple, and the red maple. Because of the high sugar content in the sap of these species, the sugar maple tree ranks as the chief source of maple syrup. Vermont leads the states of the United States in maple syrup production, but the Canadian province of Quebec is by far the largest producer of maple syrup. It produces about 3/4 of the world's maple syrup. Indigenous peoples living in northeastern North America were the first groups known to have produced maple syrup and maple sugar. Indigenous people showed the arriving colonists how to tap the trunks of certain types of maples during the spring thaw to harvest the sap. Native Americans and the pioneers made maple sugar instead of maple syrup because it was easier for them to store without refrigeration. The person who harvests and evaporates maple sap into syrup is called a sugar maker. A maple syrup production farm is called a sugar bush or sugar wood. Sap is often boiled in a sugar house, also known as a sugar shack or sugar shanty, a building louvered at the top to vent the steam from the boiling sap. Syrup producers began to collect sap from maple trees in early spring, when freezing nights are followed by warm days. The daily rise and fall of temperatures causes the sap to start flowing. This period, also known as the sugaring season, lasts from 3 to 6 weeks until the tree leaves begin to bud. This signals the end of the maple season. When buds appear on the trees in late March or April, the sap turns bitter in flavor. Maples are usually tapped beginning at 30 to 40 years of age. Each tree can support between 1 and 3 taps, depending on its trunk diameter. The average maple tree will produce 9 to 13 gallons of sap per season, up to 3 gallons per day. This is roughly equal to 7% of its total sap. Seasons last for 4 to 8 weeks, depending on the weather. During the day, starch stored in the roots for the winter rises to the trunk as sugary sap, allowing it to be tapped. Sap is not tapped at night because the temperature drop inhibits sap flow, although taps are typically left in place overnight. Maples can continue to be tapped for sap until they are over 100 years old. The process of turning sap into maple syrup starts with drilling a tap hole into a maple tree. A sprout is inserted to direct the sap to either a bucket or into tubing that sends the sap to a large collection tank at the sugar house where the syrup is made. In the sugar house, workers boil the sap into a long, shallow pan called an evaporator. As the sap boils, water evaporates until pure maple syrup remains. Some maple color and flavor also develop during this process. Producers move the syrup from the evaporator when this temperature reaches 219 degrees Fahrenheit. They may boil the sap beyond the syrup stage to make maple butter, maple taffy, or maple sugar. It takes an average of 40 gallons of sap to produce 1 gallon of syrup. Maple syrup, when sealed and unopened, has a long shelf life if stored in a cool, dark place. The best way to store open maple syrup is in the refrigerator or the freezer. Maple syrup is usually eaten together with waffles and pancakes. Sometimes maple syrup is used to bake things such as pies, to make candy, or just as a syrup that adds sweetness to food. It is also sometimes used in making lemonade. Today, artificial maple flavorings are used in certain foods. However, these flavorings do not taste exactly like pure maple syrup. Many people choose pure maple syrup for its natural ingredients and delicious taste. Thanks for watching this Adventurous Kids episode.
What did you learn today?
Adventurous Kids!
Adventurous Kids!
What was the most interesting fact? Adventurous kids. Adventurous kids. Adventurous kids.